Good evening and a very warm, excuse me, a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. I hope everyone's keeping well out there. And up to now, you've had a fantastic weekend and your football at Grassroots was absolutely brilliant and hassle-free. We want our referees within the game, don't we? We want to continue, although last week was a successful national campaign for respect and REFspect, it must continue. It must continue. That was an awareness weekend to make everyone involved in grassroots football to continue the good behaviour on and off the field of play. So wherever you've played your games, continue with supporting your referee, because again, without the referee, we have no game, do we? Now, what I mean by that, you managers, I've seen it week in, week out, where managers are asked to go and take over the game because a referee for some reason has not turned up. And you can see the frustration amongst the managers or the coaches having to do the game, especially when I done one. I had to do the whole game, or nearly enough the whole game, for the final 10 minutes when my coach turned up, who was a referee, Sophie, and took over from me. But it was the most horrendous thing in the world, not just because you had to try and get your fouls, your free kicks, your decisions correct, but also you had to try and run your team, take your subs off, put your subs on. It was just very, very hard to do. It was just, you know, and this is why I was saying no ref, no game. No manager, I don't think any manager out there likes to go on and referee. Horses for courses, as they say, and horses for courses was yesterday. Apologies for Noble Yates, that was my nap of the day. Now, if anyone saw my post on there, I did get the winner eventually. I did. I was looking, and it must have been about 10 minutes before the race, and I decided to just have a little dabble on iMaximus. I was okay there. I could have got bigger prices during the week. I was looking, but you know yourself, GP McManus is a trainer who had something like 6 horses within that race. So really, we should have turned around. He was banging form over the week, over the entry. He was putting winners out left, right and centre. So it should have given us an idea, and you could have boiled all those 6 horses down to that one winner out of 34, or 32 in the end. Now, anyone who looks at entry, and yeah, fantastic, don't get me wrong, I'm all for change if it's saving the horses and keeping the horses healthy and what have you. But yesterday, I looked at that Grand National and unbelievable crowd. The atmosphere looked absolutely fantastic. Whether those racegoers saw the race, I'm not too sure, because everyone was seen to be dancing and celebrating just before the race. Everything was, I suppose the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. Now, I've been to racing many, many years ago, especially to Aintree and the Swore. I'd never ever go again because it's that jam-packed and the prices are scandalous, my honest opinion. Whether they're still the same, I'm not too sure. I know if you go into that race, you need a fortune behind you. Whatever the price of drinks are, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure someone out there will tell us. Now, they put the fences down to safeguard the horses, basically. That's what it is. And the jockeys, don't forget, we're all talking about horses, but what about the jockeys who have those horrendous falls sometimes? They break every bone in their body along the way, don't they? You can see that. But what I noticed, that the long running, the elbow, they cut that out. That was part and parcel of the Grand National. I always remember going back many years ago, I think it was 47 years ago, when Red Run won the National. Now that running makes a difference. It's a long, long running, and horses can come from behind and they can, it just made the race unreal. Now, it was just over as soon as they got over that last fence before you knew it. It's just been brought to an ordinary course. That's my honest opinion. The Grand National has come right down. Whether people say it's absolutely brilliant, it's fantastic, the course is great, I'm not too sure. This is my opinion, by the way. So long as it safeguards all the horses, but it's the elbow. That was a running, that was a flat run. There was no jumps beforehand, it was just a run. So why is the elbow being taken away? That was part and parcel of the Grand National to me. I loved it because your horse was coming from miles back and had a great chance in the running. And that's what racing, to me, and the Grand National was all about. Your thoughts, mal@don'textheline.com. But well done to all the organisers and everything like that. It did look like an unbelievable day. Let's just hope everyone went out there, the race goes, and there was no hassle whatsoever. I hope that everyone enjoyed themselves immensely. It was a great day as well, and it didn't start raining until after the Grand National. And I know people got soaked because they were in t-shirts and short-sleeve shirts, you could see it, but it come down, and you know, when you look at these forecasts and it says showers, drizzle, it didn't say high winds and heavy rain, you know, and that's what happened. But I hope it didn't spoil many of the days there. You know, the people were going, they were dressed up, they looked fantastic, and I'm sure you all enjoyed yourselves, so well done indeed. Anyway, we're back onto the Premier League, aren't we? The Premier League kicked off again, as well as Grassroots leagues, not the one that I was involved in. We had the race because the Grand National was a little bit too early doors, basically. They had to cancel because people do go to the National. The kids wouldn't have been turning up. I can understand why the committee actually cancelled that fixture, and they all do. And I think some of them go to the races as well. So it was a brilliant day, I must admit, again, as I say, for grassroots football. And whatever you wear, I hope you carry the flag for REFspect. We needed that. We need respect on and off the field of play. If we can all do that, that's what we want, because we had the awareness weekend, successful, as I said, last week, for the national Don't Cross the Line REFspect awareness. And it was fantastic, and I'm still getting feedback now, and you may have seen the photographs that are coming in late, and I'm putting up. It was a whole week basically, and I'm working on next year's already. I've been talking to the PFA, and I'll be talking to the PGMOL, and we'll get on to it very, very early indeed. I can't do the weekend yet because the Premier League, the FA, they all have to get together, the PGMOL, and look at what weekends are not taken up by other events that are going on. So, and a massive thanks again to all the PGMOL, all of the officials who wore the t-shirts over the weekend or during the warm-ups. Now I know referees have been asking me for more t-shirts. They've got cup games, they've got tournaments. REFspect does not go away. REFspect is here to stay, and we want it week in, week out, if we can please. It's absolutely a must wherever you are. Even today, I hope when your games were played today, yesterday, we had loads of REFspect. We need to keep our referees officiating within the game. We need to do that. We need to keep on top of irate parents and spectators. We don't need them basically. We just need a zero tolerance towards verbal abuse, aggressive behaviour, racist comments and bullying, because it does happen within grassroots football. Now you can see what it's all about. You really can see what we do, what we don't do, how we get on with things with Don't Cross the Line, who we talk to, what we're trying to achieve. We're a CIC, Community Interest Company. That means that everything we do goes back in to what we organise here. And I have been noticing lately in the news as well, in grassroots football, clubs that have been let down by, let's just say, finances not going in to their banks with organisers. And I think it's scandalous, I really, really do. I feel sorry for the kids and the parents, but I know there's people being on to me talking about it and raising money to help those kids who are let down on organised trips. You know, it's amazing what people will do, but I think it really is poor when you promise kids something and it doesn't materialise, and that's what you've got to watch, and the parents, because I know that a lot of parents and kids were let down, but I'm sure these people, these teams will bounce back and learn from it, basically learn from it. But then again, if someone is organising and booking trips, there you go, it's not very nice, it really isn't very nice, and I just hope that everything is sorted out in the near future. But well done to everyone who chipped in and raised money for the kids to go away on trips and make up for it. It doesn't make up for what's happened, it really, really doesn't. But if those kids can go on a different trip or an organised trip and it's all paid for, there you go. But unfortunately, this is what happens. It's not just on Merseyside, it's elsewhere as well. We know that. I just feel sorry, but I just have to say that because I've had that many people getting in touch with me, you know, but some really, really nice people who have really helped to organise something different for the kids. Well done to those people who are pulling their weight. Now we'll go back to the national for one little thing, because I put on the post about it. It was a piece of cake to get the winner, and the reason, if you saw those cupcakes that were on there, Lindsay down here, Delicious Cakes, honestly, I'll put you in touch with her. Get in touch with myself, man, at Don't Text the Line. She'd done the faces of all the what do you call it, presenters, and the jockeys' colours, the horses' names, and they were all on the cupcakes. And you saw cupcakes, and you saw yesterday with the winner, Tony McCoy, one of the grandkids, had all of his cupcake. Didn't show everyone, should have done it. It was the colours, it was the winning horse, and everyone in the race or owners got that as well. And I'm sure there'll be loads of publicity, but those cupcakes were absolutely unreal. And no one wants to eat them, you know, they're that good. You get a cupcake off Lindsay, and I've seen it and I've had them, and I think I've got some made from Valentine's, or I've done something for someone, and they were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to get more done. So get in touch with myself. Honestly, it's not just the cupcakes that she does, wedding cakes, you name it, any cake, any official day that you have, those cakes are made to order, to perfection, to whatever you want, honestly, and she's lovely. They are, the family run business is absolutely fantastic. But also if you make cakes yourself and you're looking for wholesale equipment, then Lindsay has just opened a wholesale side of her shop as well. So rather than send away or travel miles away, it's only on the doorstep here. You can get in touch with me. She supplies all your cake facilities, you name it. She can get what you need to go out and make cakes. And honestly, what an expert, because she does teach classes as well. She is perfection. You need to meet her. If you are starting a business and you want to go into making cakes and things like that, then Lindsay is the one. And what's it called? It's the Caker's Toolbox, and I think that's brilliant as well. So if you're a cake maker and you're wanting to get your equipment to help you out to get these cakes on the road, then look no further. And I thought I'd give her some great advertising, because I loved those cupcakes that Lindsay did yesterday for all ITV and the Racing Post as well. They were brilliant, honestly. I had to take the photograph and put it on social media, so if you've not seen it, have a little look on my post and tell me what you think. But there you go, I'll put you in touch. Any cake makers, get in touch for the Caker's Toolbox, and it's Lindsay by Delicious Cakes, honestly, or Delicious Cakes by Lindsay. Get in touch with me and I'll put you in touch with Lindsay. The place is brilliant, honestly. Okay, back to grassroots football. I need a little bit of a drop of water, as you say. Back to grassroots football. Whatever you are, remember, we need our referees within the game. We badly need them, and it's looking good. And we talked about yesterday, North Liverpool JFL have loads of youngsters in there and up and coming referees, and it's great to see that the coaches, the managers, the parents, everyone are really respecting them on and off the field of play, and that's what it's all about. There were no games there yesterday. There will be a game up and coming next week, and we know that everyone now is planning their, including myself, their presentations, and I've got something that's sort of special, because I am myself personally stepping down from management. I've got too much to do. I've got all this. I've got big plans for grassroots football, and I've got another activity hopefully getting planned to do soon. So it's up and running, as they say. We need to get everyone involved in grassroots football, and we need to get everyone involved in our Hearts of Gold initiatives. And also we have a race night this coming Friday. Get in touch with myself for the Hearts of Gold. Colin Fulton's doing it, and that's in McGull Town Hall, I think it is, or the McGull pub. And I'll give you the details yet again. I'll do a little show beforehand and let you know where it is and how you can have a little dabble as well. And it seems to be great. Imagine if it was done on the Friday evening before the Grand National. Wow. Well, cold food for thought next year, isn't it? Anyway, race night, get yourself up there. It's going to be fantastic. Carl's got millions of prizes, loads of prizes when I say, and there'll be some probably little giveaways as well. So, and I know what the way Carl Fulton organised an event, it will be brilliant. And I'll probably, hopefully, if I get my show finished here, I'll be showing my face as well. So there you go. Let's have a little go at that one. I'll give you more information. I'll do a little show maybe tomorrow, and we'll talk about it on Friday. And then, incidentally, no, I haven't got it. That's the race night, Friday the 19th, and I think the doors open around about 8 o'clock in the McGull pub. So probably looking forward to a little dabble on there and just to see how it goes. Show me face, because I've got a big night ahead of me, because we've got the football on the Saturday as well. So yeah, I can imagine what we go through in grassroots football, can't I? Non-stop, and I know where you managers are coming from. I've been there, done it, wore the t-shirt, and it's just so tiring to try and do the football, try and get on with what you're doing and don't cross the line, trying to get the likes of the REFspect awareness weekend going and planning it early this year, because I don't want all the hassle for next year, because when you come to it, honestly, it's just unbelievable. So if I plan it and make it really, really looking good, I hope they like the video. The video went out there for our referees, but I've kept that. That'll go on and on and on. Even when the kids are 21, they'll still look 18, and myself as well. So there's a lot to go into the REFspect awareness campaign, believe me. And again, once again, thank you for everyone all over the country who supported the campaign that we did. It was just unbelievable. And the feedback, as I say, still comes in. And out and about today, it was mentioned, and it was nice to catch up to one or two managers and watch a little game as well. More relaxed, wearing the t-shirt, walking around. And I know you referees out there are after these t-shirts, but I've got to try and get a company, look at a company and see what we can get with the t-shirts as well. We don't make anything on it. Whatever the price is, it just goes right back into don't cross the line. If there's anything that we do make, honestly, it's the manufacturers really who make the money, not ourselves. So I think everyone knows you have to buy them from others. We do not get them free. If we got them free, then every referee in the country would certainly have one of these t-shirts to wear. Now, when we ask these referees, they get in touch with me and say they'd like to wear the t-shirt during the warm-ups in their games. Well, in grassroots football, when it comes to REFspect Awareness Weekend, we had some referees wearing them. Honestly, they were a treat. They were absolutely magical. It done the job, gave the message out, and the county FAs will not mind anything. It's just advertising about the referees using our t-shirts during the games, not the warm-ups. People don't see. I don't see many referees warming up, to be honest. When I, in tournaments and things like that, what's the use of wearing them for 30 seconds? People need to see these in grassroots football the way they are, not during warm-ups. And I know the Premier League do it. I'd love to see them wearing our t-shirts right the way through the game. Will it happen? Will we have one game where a referee or the officials are allowed to wear them to give that message off? I don't know, but maybe it's food for thought, because that would make a massive difference throughout the country. The publicity would be next to nothing. And that's what we ask about referees. If you've got a t-shirt, not just for the warm-ups, wear it during the game, if you can, because that would give a powerful message off to all the spectators on and off the field of play. Now, when our young, or even experienced referees wore the t-shirts on the REFspect Awareness Weekend, the feedback was unbelievable. So it makes a difference. People, there's a message on the t-shirt and it reads, and it's the poem that they read. And if you haven't seen them, just go onto the website, just have a little look at the work that we do and we carry out. Honestly, it's unbelievable. You too can get involved in our REFspect Awareness Weekend. We'll have some nice prizes, and we really will get a lot of kids involved for next year as well. And we've got JFA, Jennings Football Academy, who are on board and going to make a big difference with us, I assure you. Okay, there we go. We come to the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've packed everything in there. Our young commentators will be back next Friday. That's the race night. If you can get them in a little bit early so I can get away, that'd be brilliant. That'd be unbelievable. And 100% effort. That's what we want. So please, please, try and get to the race night if you possibly can. I'll give you more information before it happens and on the day as well. In the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic weekend and week ahead, and the weather isn't so bad as what they're saying, because apparently it's going to dip again and we're going to have more rain. Please don't. We need to get grass football games on, and we need to get their leagues finished as well. And I know they've lost out at the moment, but we'll give you more information on that as the week comes by. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. Mal Lee from REFspect, Don't Cross the Line, Heart of Gold initiatives, and No Ref, No Game. Thank you very much indeed. We'll be back again on Friday, if not before, because I've got some special messages to give you about the race night. We'll see you on, well, we see you during the week. Have a great evening. Put your feet up, relax, and spend the rest of the day watching TV and a nice film. Good night, God bless.